taking on the winners of 6 straight, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Longhorns will boot it away to start the game. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Tigers' offense will go on the attack first. What a great group of receivers they run out there, and a staunch, stout defense they'll be running into. Jesse, how are they going to get open? How does this defense keep them in check?
Well, I think one thing this receiving group knows, to have success in this game against this defense, is it's going to take all of them. It's not just going to be one guy making all the plays. They're all going to have to be able to step up and, David, take advantage of their own individual one-on-one opportunities when those chances come their way.
Well, and I think that's what's good about this offense. There's strength in numbers. It's not just one guy that you can take away. There's several receivers that can make plays. That stresses the defense. Like, find the weakness, go after him. That guy can win. So it'll be a fun individual matchup.
It's caught. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. On third down, he drops the throw. Makes the grab. It's Thorne. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
And the Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit and coverage that forces the incompletion.
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on third down in DKR. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Well, you love to see this on the first drive of the game, right? Third down, go back to the old faithful, the slant pass, something you put in on day one install back in spring practice. Executed perfectly, keep this drive alive.
Rushes on him. Throws toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Great job by the DB on that play. How many times in these types of deep ball situations do we see pass interference? That cornerback could not have played that ball better.
He leaves it with his back. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Here's a hit. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Auburn sends out the punting unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Probably not quite as good as he hoped as it goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line. The Longhorns offense will take the field for the first time. And we've got a superb matchup to watch here, David. One of the best quarterbacks in the country. And how much will he be willing to challenge one of the best corners in the land?
Well, and it's going to be more interesting to me, Jesse. Do they let him make the play? Like, does he choose to go after him and believe in his ability and believe in his matchups? Or do they stay away from him? Because a lot of people stay away from him. He's that good out wide that you don't want that smoke. And I'm interested to see, Jesse, if he has the onions to go after the corner and try to make plays.
Well, one thing we know about him for sure is he's a believer in his own arm talent. He's the kind of guy that thinks he can fit the football into the smallest windows, but you're right. He's got to pick his battles and be careful when he decides to attack this guy, because he has picked off some really good quarterbacks in the past, and you know he's just licking his chops hoping for a chance today.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Keep bringing the heat like that, and you can fall in line with the likes of Derek Brown or Nick Fairley.
Man, I still remember that Nick Fairley season where he put the defense on his back. Cam Newton took care of the offense, but he ruled the defense, making big plays, getting in the backfield, getting after quarterbacks.
They've got the screen set up. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking deep. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Longhorns will line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. That last one looked like a back-breaking drive, David, but they ended up punting.
Yeah, they put some plays together, put some yards together, but the most important stat is putting points on the board. And this offense has to finish, Jesse, when they get across that 50-yard line and start getting in scoring territory.
Yeah, there was some good execution, no doubt about it, but I think it's the critical down and distances, 3rd down in particular. They've got to be better moving forward.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Dances away to buy time. Quarterback gets the first down. There he goes. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
These quarterbacks are nightmares to play. Pretty good coverage on the outside. Man-to-man, nobody looking at the quarterback. He takes off. He doesn't look like a quarterback. Looks like a running back. Chews up yards, gets
strong pass rush, gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. With the catch, it's Ivory. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This Auburn offense doing work. They're set up with another first down. He'll do it himself. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Big fullback's got it. Tried to keep those big legs churning, but he'll be stopped for a loss.
Defense becomes even more heightened in this area of the field. You get the short yardage situations, the goal-to-go situations. They got to be dialed in. That's 2 big stops in a row by this defense.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
The for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, you can make a case this is the game of the week in the SEC. Missouri is getting hammered right now. They are the nail, and that figurative mallet is just pounding them into the ground. What a bad look. They're trailing by 14 to Florida. Games like these just mean more in the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should see.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Toss to the outside. Ball is loose. Scoops it up, double live ball. He's dragged down to the ground, but what a play there. Scoops up the loose football and moves the chains. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You know, when you're running counter, those offensive linemen crashing down, they've got to be able to pin those interior D linemen. They couldn't get it done there. They gave up too much penetration, and that led to the tackle for loss.
Coming to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Finds his man. It's Parker. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. They'll run it from the gun. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Parker. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. That's the end of the period, and Auburn has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
And the Longhorns will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll call for the fair catch and make it at the 14, and they'll be backed up to start this drive. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Leaves it with the running back. Spins away from the defender. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. From the gun, the running back has it. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Gonna run it. It's Hawkins. Makes it past the marker. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
They'll give it to him again. Runs through a tackle. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. And the Longhorns moving quickly to the line.
Man, those are so hard to defend. You know, the quarterback, obviously he's doing the run-pass option and creating some indecision in my head. And look at that. He hands it off, and the back gets a quick 10. Easy. You know, like just chews up yardage. Just really, really tough to stop those kind of plays.
Strong run. Picks up 6 down to the 22-yard line. The Longhorns can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Grab near the sticks. It's Marks. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. It's complete to the right. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. The Longhorns kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They'll use the running game on first and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. The give. Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas!
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Auburn offense. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find the
pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll go to work in the air on second down. A little screen to the running back. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Lofts one high and deep. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. That last play changed everything on this possession. They've got it 1st and 10 inside the 30. Looking to throw on 1st down. Floats it out in space. Runs through the tackle. And this guy has some shiftiness to him, and he showed it off to the defense after picking up a few. The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They go to the ground. They'll give him maybe 1 on the play. It's down to the 20. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Big 3rd down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. He'll keep it on the sneak. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Now, what a great job by the defense. You know, on short yardage situations like this, they can run the QB sneak. You're diving, getting as many bodies around the quarterback as you can, and it's just gravy when you can force a fumble and recover in that type of situation.
All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. Hookham is hooking up with some big plays in the passing game.
Yeah, finding their guys down the field. You think about offenses that Texas usually have, some form of spread, and then find those elite guys.
Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Longhorn! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. Quickly to the tight end. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's got it. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets them 30-plus.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
You know, this zone replay is something they rep over and over and over in practice. This guy can run it and execute it in his sleep. Good decision there keeping the football.
Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Wants to go up top. Looking to the big tight end. And wings it incomplete.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw your primary target like he was on that last one.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Going for it all. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
You just can't hit the quarterback like that. That is a dumb play, and the defender got caught red-handed. 3 yards. 1st down for the offense after that penalty. They'll try the run. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's got it on the run. He'll be run out of bounds, but we've got laundry on the field. Let's see what that's about.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
So the offense gets an automatic first down after the roughing the passer penalty. And guys, bringing the heat is what any defense is about, but you have to stop short of making that official reach for his flag. Trying to pound it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Auburn.
One thing you know about this team is they've got a lot of fight in them, and that's a great job responding by the offense on that last drive, capping it off with a really good-looking touchdown run. This is now a one-possession game. We've got a lot of football left to play.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. With the catch, it's high. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
The Longhorns send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. They go to the draw. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Under fire. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Quarterback could not have walked that ball and placed it into the hands of his receiver any better. That was a perfect throw. Wide out, deep downfield. You got to finish the play.
In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. He'll pull it down. At midfield, he's got room. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. And it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job keeping that guy in the pocket.
On 2nd down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. Just drives it between the uprights. It's now a 1-point game, 14-13.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Handoff to the lone back. And after that short game, they'll head to the locker room for halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a first-rate game so far from Austin today. And in this day and age where quarterbacks chuck it all over the field, how refreshing to see two offenses rely on off-tackle left, off-tackle right, and even a few halfback dives. Physical offensive lines and elusive backs have told the story. A throwback to the halcyon days of 3 yards and a cloud of dust. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at DKR.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Auburn ready to boot it deep to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Texas offense. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5.
Turning it on! He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
They'll keep it on the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And the Longhorns are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They'll leave it with him. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Longhorns are on the move. Give to the running back. Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll go to the ground. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. The Longhorns, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Quarterback on the keeper. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas!
Now, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Gives it on the option. Oh, he's got some space. Delivers the stiff arm. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. The Tigers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Off-play action on 1st down. Throws toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
And how about this defense really answering the challenge so far today? This offense, you've seen like last week. I mean, they can throw for touchdowns and big yards and big chunk plays. Defense has answered the call, played the deep ball well, played discipline, making this offense really earn everything they give.
Pulls it in. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Pass interference. Defense.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. You simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Looking to throw on first down. Swings it out to the flat. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
That was right on the borderline. You want to make that quarterback feel you, but the official thought it was a little too much, the roughing the passer penalty. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. The give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And just a great job on the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Rides to the back. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Going for 6. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And the try is no good. That one could have helped out a bit there, guys, but still an 8-point game. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Going for the big play. He's got it on the left. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
Really good job hauling that pass in. You know, I know Texas is a place a lot of people think about great DBs, and they've had a lot of really good running backs, too. I think the receiver position is one, though, that they want to build a legacy around. This guy right here, he's really stepping up in this game today, and he's a guy that Longhorn fans, they need to keep their eyes on for years to come.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
Looking downfield on first down. Fires toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He breaks a tackle. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll run the toss. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
Offense trying to go pitch and trying to get to the outside, but how about the speed on defense, scraping down the line of scrimmage, rallying to the football, and creating a negative play.
Got the big tight end on the corner route. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. The Longhorns will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. First play of the drive, wants to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Oh, they're after him. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. He wants to change this route. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Toss sweep. Try to get it outside to the right. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. We open the final period with a 3rd down play. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They stop him again, and not only that, they've made this 4th down that much harder.
Yeah, and really good 3rd down situational defense. You know it's 3rd and long. You know the pass play's coming. Defense was ready. Nice job forcing the 4th down.
So how good you feeling right now if you're on offense in this situation? You want to just play conservative? You want to punt it over and let your defense finish out the game? Or do you trust your quarterback to go make a play and win the game right now?
Wants to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Ivory. And he'll have enough for the 1st down at the 42. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. To the air on 1st down. Here's the pressure. Hit as he throws. Tried to nestle that lob in, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, it fell incomplete because he did a great job of getting to the quarterback. He's in the pocket, yeah, he's comfortable, but you get in there and you get a hit on him. Now he feels it, can't throw the football, can't follow through with his arm motion. Nice job by the defense.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
I'd be worried right now if I were this head coach. I've already had my starting quarterback knocked out of the game. I'm watching my backup quarterback now get ragdolled around as well. What can we do to protect him and give ourselves a chance to win this game?
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. Fires one high and deep. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the 4th quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
Got a man. It's Cruz. And he's brought down after a nice game.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Man, did you see the D tackle just slice through the offensive line? That's how you get penetration. That's how you dial up the tackle for guys.
Going to swing it on second down. A strike downfield. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Breaks into the open.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Wants to fire on second down. Going to try to get it himself. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Really nice time. Nice job by the quarterback. He drops back to pass. But how about saving your best for when it matters most, late in the ballgame? Biggest run of the day in a big moment.
The give to the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Just tried to ease it out there, and it falls incomplete. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Finds space on the right. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. And the Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. Wants to go up top on first down. Going for the big play. It's a big stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Texas! And they take it in for 6 more points. They extend this 4th quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive thing.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. That is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. Leaves it with the back. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Dumps it to the back. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder, but the snapping the football, everybody being on time, man, this crowd really affected the football game.
The short hands, it's Chavez. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Can't hook up on the long throw, and fourth down goes by the boards for this offense. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Takes the handoff. It's Hendricks. There he goes. They get him stopped, but the big gain has him on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
And this one isn't over because the defense still has 3 timeouts left, but man, that clock is ticking, and they can just run the football up multiple possessions. They're going to need something magical to happen. They're going to need to start stripping at that football, create some turnovers, and get lucky down the stretch.
And the Longhorns come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Quick handoff. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The give to the tailback. Quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense. Now, they got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right?
Touchdown, Longhorn! And the route is on. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Auburn offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession, they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Looking to throw on 1st down. Bringing the heat. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. And the Tigers want to move quickly. 2nd down, he'll throw it. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. 3rd and long. He'll need to loosen up that arm. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football.
He lofts one down the sideline. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop. Offense working from the pistol. To the ground with the back. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. The Longhorns come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He's got enough. It'll be a 1st down. They've got it at the 12.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in getting 1st downs. That running back is one of the biggest reasons. He is a weapon.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort and tremendous execution.
I love competitive people. I love competitive coaches. I love competitive teams that they know that their job is to go out and get a W no matter where you play. You want to play in the parking lot? We'll go meet you. Great job by this team being ready, getting the W.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.